Interesting, what's he doing? Oh my god, he just killed Heimerdinger. Oh my god. Hello there, great person. Welcome back to Let's Watch Arcane. Finally, Season 2, Episode 7. My flu is cured, and my family's flu as well. So we will go into it now. I can't wait. It's been a long week not being able to watch it and record. So I hope you're well, and you enjoyed it, because you probably watched all of them already. And yeah, after this I will react to the cinematics, and if there's a lore video you want me to watch, like one, I will do one, and after that you will get Steins Gate, which also is recorded a bit. So anyway, let's just go. Let's see how the absolute disaster that happened last time will play out, and let's just get into it. I've waited long enough. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment on what you thought, and yeah, here we go.
Doch ich frag mich, wer wir sind.
So the episode is called, at least in German, Just Pretend It's the First Time. So don't know what the English one is. Probably something different again. Probably something different. Oh. And I guess the... So, what do we start with? Oh, geez, what the frick was that? That was definitely some Victor stuff? No, Echo. Interesting. So we finally see what Echo did. What's he working on? So he was working on some joints, I think. Interesting. It looks cool. I really like his outfit.
You're beyond help. Whoa, relax, Jumpy.
And now we are in a Bizarro World timeline. Interesting. Yeah, okay, so it's either a... I mean, I know I will, like, they will explain to me what it is. I just want to think what this could be. So it's either a mirage conjured up by the fractal tesseract entity thing, or it is like an alternate universe. But I do think, I don't know, because this is definitely Powder. I mean, obviously. So let's see. And he's might be a timeline where he got the Victor treatment, and that he was chosen in this one competition. Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, and Benzo is alive.
One of those days, huh?
I mean, he was his pseudo-father, wasn't he? Or was he his real? They are twins. Yeah, this is really weird. It's probably just a mirage.
What's gotten into him?
Yeah, it's freaking... See, again, these kaleidoscope patterns, man, I love them. Also, they are twins now, not Y, and might be a... So yeah, this is... I always wonder if this is a real parallel time, and has to be... In most stories, they do it like there's this one event. If it was different, everything would be different. Let's see what it is. And I wonder what the event is, because we know Vi is apparently not existing because they are twins now, which, like, it makes no sense from a logic point of view because of just how children work, but interesting. So let's see. This is intriguing. but it's probably not the reality. Like not reality. It's more like a dream, I think. So it makes more sense that it's a dream and not a parallel reality, because it would make no sense for them to be twins in a parallel world. Yeah. Okay. Vendor's alive. So, and Zaun is really, really wealthy apparently, and a lot more jolly and colorful.
I'm not talking to myself over here.
But what's his job?
You've been out of it all day.
Does he even remember his other life?
Firing around like drunk slugs.
I mean, yeah, that happens. Man, you know that happens. I know I don't even know if that was meant to be a serious line by her, like, because she's always being a bit playful, of course. But when I'm really like, when I've worked too much, there is a point when I just start seeing fragmented things like in my head, like when I try to sleep, and it's like very weird, and it's like these association chains that are so random, but like there's a structure to them. It's very weird. It's almost as if I like close in on my subconscious. It's very weird. So now you know something more about me. It's whatever.
I've got you.
Their touch also does some stuff. Why?
Sounds royalty.
Oh, and of course they're alive.
Trouble in paradise?
Might be what would have happened if Silk would have won.
It's to feed off the Fisher gases, but the conversion rate's way too low.
Ah, so Singed succeeded in his experiment.
Oh no. Go. Save him from himself.
Is he hitting on the waitress? He probably is doing that, yeah. Wow, I love... What's he drawing? He's drawing some weird squiggly thing.
Come on.
Hey, Gert. Oh, to the...
Why is he called Gerd?
Hello here is a big fan. Like, huge.
Chem Sisters, is that... I don't know, whatever. Probably what would have happened if the chem bosses weren't like fucks. Looks like a moon or something. Yeah, he's... No, he's drawing a cocoon. Okay, never mind. Yeah, he's drawing a cocoon. He's drawing the cocoon he got sucked into.
You know, one thing I learned as a bartender.
It's also cool to see him with grey hair, how he would have looked if he would have gotten
Fill
older.
your own cup. Every now and again.
That's true, though.
You're too smart to spend your life in a bar.
That is true. She would have been. Oh, Heimerdinger with his goggles. That's fucking awesome. Does he not remember it? Is Heimerdinger in the same simulation? Is this a real Heimerdinger? So many questions. Seems like he's having something like vertigo or something, if that's the expression.
Awkward consequences.
Okay, parallel dimension.
Also scattered us across time.
Okay. I really smell time travel a bit, and I hope that's not the case. But also parallel universes. I mean, if you want my physicist opinion on that, I mean, it's not rooted in physics. Like it's not some like the parallel universe idea they are deriving here is not one you would find in physics. It's not the many worlds interpretation of quantum physics, which is mostly what people mean when they say, yeah, there's a reality similar to ours, but very little things are different. There are always, as I said, in these things, diverging points, you know, like branching points where things branched off and then everything just developed. That's why, like, in general, the things have been the same. So the small change didn't do a lot, but over time it changed. So, but the thing is, in that you could never have him and Powder as twins, because how would he, from presumably another mother, like, you know how conception works, how, like, it's like, it was done so well in this one movie, I always forget the name of it. It's one of my favorite movies, actually, and I'm so sorry I forgot the name of it. I think I watched it 2 times. And the main actor is the one who plays Bill Weasley, and the guy who plays Rufus Scrimger, man, what's his name? You know who I mean. He plays his father. And it's about time travel as well. And there is the scene they do that is one of the coolest time traveling scenes I've ever seen, because no one ever does it. And they apparently don't do it here as well. And it's a criticism I have most of the time. So in that show, time travel, so to speak, creating this alternate reality by changing something in the past is so there's the point where something changes and like the future is then different. So this dude travels into the past, does something small, travels back to the present, and then he goes out to meet his son, and his son is not there. It's a daughter. Because obviously, if you change just a little bit, like, I mean, do you know how much sperm there is? How small the probability is that exactly that sperm will meet that egg? Like, you can never replicate that. That alone, and that's like, the scene was so fucked. Like, he loves his child, and you see like the child like 5 minutes in the movie, like, because he lives with it, and then he goes back, and then it's just another child. Like, it's the most haunting scene I've ever seen, because he realizes the child he had is gone, never existed, and he can not ever get it back because he can't replicate it, you know, because it's so in flux, so to speak, the process of like conception. And so the probability that not only does Vi not exist as like sperm plus egg, I know this is really fucking stupid nerd talk, but like that probability is like, so that Vi is replicated, not replicated, but powder is absolutely zero, so to speak, already. And then that Echo is now from her womb. Like, that is also like, so like, so from a physics point, like, it's not something like that. So it really is just like, for some reason, these worlds are linked, like there is the same characters for some reason, but they are put into other roles. And why is that? Like, it's a lot more idea-driven version of a parallel world. Like, it's not this logical one. It's just like, what if ideas were a bit different? That's how this parallel world seems to be, you know? And that is something, it might really fit, but it is not the parallel world we would talk about, like, for example, in many world theory. And by the world of many world theory, interpretation is, as far as I'm concerned, not something useful. And I actually once wrote a paper and got it published in a pretty high magazine that did show that you would have, if you go with many worlds, you have to get away with conservation of energy. And you can, of course, do it. You can be like, it doesn't work anymore, conservation of energy. It just disappears, that rule on that layer. But why would you do that? I do think that's not like, it's like Occam's razor. I know that was a long tangent. It's just like, these parallel world stuff in stories has to be handled with care, and I do hope they do, because like he said, parallel world and time travel stuff, so it is, I do think, not a dream. If it's a dream, it works, because ideas can be changed in a dream. But if it's another reality, like, how did it come to be? I know this is really stuck up nerd talk, but, you know, it's just my 2 cents as a quantum physicist that did work on these things. So let's see what they do.
How long have you been here?
Yeah, Heimerdinger.
28 days, 6 hours, and 20 minutes.
Okay, so they did. How did this world come to you? What's the world's idea? Why is it there?
Or rather, imprecisely.
So it can't. I'm so sorry that I'm stuck on this, but I do think I know how it works. The Arcane is doing it somehow. It is worlds. Perhaps worlds come from the Arcane, and their world and the other world are similar in ideas presented, because the Arcane is ideas manifesting from the subconscious. So that is how it would work. So I really do hope that they don't have a branching point. I do kind of hope they don't have a branching point. Otherwise, the Arcane is basically a physics force that's a bit magic in everything, and that you can do that, but you can't have logic anymore, really. Like you can't, like, there might be moments where logic won't apply anymore to your world, the parallel world.
Even during my unusually long lifetime.
Yeah, where is Jace?
The anomaly behaved differently around him.
Why did the anomaly behave differently? Something in the anomaly? I mean, they teased some weird stuff. Who said conundrum?
Prodigious as the hex gates. No anomaly.
Yeah, that is not good.
I've been able to accomplish wonderful things in this world.
That is true.
The place will grow on you, you'll see.
Yeah. Would you want to go back?
I have people back home who need me.
Yeah.
Yet, we can't leave.
I mean, the thing is, if they could leave, the choice would be very interesting. And it's a choice depending on everyone, I think. Would you go back to a world where people are in need? Or wouldn't you? You know? Would you think of yourself first?
Oh, I was...
Oh, so why is existing? So I probably did completely misunderstand the twin part. Okay, that's good. So all that I said was probably rubbish. So he did wake up somewhere else. Where did you wake up, though? So he's... oh god, yeah. Probably in a bizarro world future. Some people have said he saw the future that Victor creates. Which I don't think Victor would create a future like this directly, like it would just happen indirectly. But if it's also just a different future, you know, how would he know that it is like his world has the same path? How would he know that?
Who's there?
Yeah, okay, so Victor's still alive here. Oh no, it's the mage. It's the mage from his past, but it might be Victor. I still think it might be Victor. If it's Victor, I called it in episode 2-3, just for the record. But it might be someone else. It might be someone else. Perhaps even, I don't know. Ooh, yeah. This is like a remnant of Victor, I think. With the organics away and like the husk left and everything burned out. Man, that's so disgustingly creepy.
It can't be.
That looks fucking cool. Ah, that looks so cool. So what is this? So this looks like Matrix future where the humans have like covered the sky. So, but what is this thing? It looks like a tower. It might be a different dimension, or it might just be above the clouds. But he has to go here. So let's see what's there.
Humor me.
You had one of your funky
Dreams.
that you swore would win the competition.
Oh, the
so-
competition. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Zero loss chemical energy cell.
Oh, and it's the cock.
You're the big idea guy. Sorry, sis.
So she's just an engineer.
Wigging out over his project and having an identity.
Oh, so Vi's dead. Ah, okay, so I do think what probably happened is that in twins he means it not biologically. He probably found Echo and her or something. I mean, I know I will get it explained, so.
I got the not living up to my potential speech from Vander again.
She's dead?
Yeah, how did it happen though?
A bad day, don't take it out on me.
Was it you?
Wow, that's interesting.
The job. That's why there's no hex tech here.
Okay, so it's one branching point. Okay. I thought
Believe
so.
me, I'm working on it.
I knew, like, I was afraid it was a branching point. So I do think I misunderstood the twins, but I'm very sorry. I do think what I said was entirely correct, though, as still. Like all I said about multiverses. So this is not an idea-like multiverse at all. This is one of those one thing changed. Let's see where it goes, universes. They feel gimmicky often. Ooh, holy shit. So Jinx is dead. But why is he there now? So he's switching between several. Why? Might still be just inside the thing. Like, this might be a mirage. I do think, even though it all is logically consistent now, I do think this is more like a mirage. Because if he's switching, I don't know. And it might also not matter. Might also not matter. How far is he wandering and what is he eating? I love that Heimerdinger singing. I guess Jace blew himself up here? I wonder if these weird structures are the Hextech or something different, something that took it over. Nah, okay, so we got those memories. Oh, it was on the job that she died. Oh, interesting. And Marcus found her, yeah. And now he's recreating Hextech here. Interesting. Interesting. So you can go back. I have to say, and that is so weird, I don't feel anything for Vi's death and Powder crying. Nothing at all. Because it's just like, hey, look what could have been. And I'm like, so weird. I'm not empathic here. Like, it doesn't feel real. It just feels like, hey, look, like, wouldn't have this been interesting if this had happened? And I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess. But the consequences are not there for anything. We just saw Powder moping, which, like, yeah, that was sad. And it was very realistically written and everything. But this just feels currently to me like some, hey, look at this idea. What would have been if I blew up? And then you would have had this world. Isn't that interesting? And characters would have been different then. And I'm like, yes, but they're not even the characters I rooted for. Like, they are different characters that I could force myself to empathize with them, and I do. Like, it's shitty. I know it's shitty for her, but it's like, it's not my Powder. It's not my Vi that died. You know what I mean? And it's so weird. It's more like, oh, they're watching a movie about, like, don't know. That's why I always have a hard time with these parallel worlds. Because to me, it's also obvious this is not gonna be, like, this is probably just gonna be 1 or 2 episode thing. Like, I know it feels gimmicky. I'm so sorry. It's really gimmicky. Because I don't see consequences for the characters I care for here. None. Because it's not the characters I cared for. It's just more like fanfiction characters. And I know I don't mean that bad. Like, I don't mean that harshly. You know, not at all harshly. But it's, I don't know, whatever. Let me know what you thought about this. I'm so curious. My prediction would be, let's see if I can guess how you think about this. I don't know if you're I do think it depends on if you're into these kinds of stories. You know, like seeing, like, I think it's cool only. Like, I only think, yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But then I think back to, well, we don't know why Kate really changed. They didn't have enough time to develop it. And some of the stuff in the past episode felt really cramped. And now we've got this drawn out stuff with mirages that don't impact my story that I saw before. And it's, man, I don't know. I'm so conflicted, actually. So conflicted. I do think I have to see how it turns out in the end. What the payoff from this will be. If all these characters suffering in these alternate universe things will, in the end, have mattered a lot. Oh, I love that. Weird fucking zombie things is cool. See, this is more impactful because it's just more, our Jace is facing something weird right now, like, because Echo doesn't even feel that bad, like, he's like, oh god, I'm so sorry I'm talking about this, I feel so shitty, but like, Echo's not even that invested in it, like, he was like, what, why died? Oh, how? And like, Powder's like crying and like, oh god, it's bad. And like, Echo's not even like very faced by it. And then he got the wrong memories and he was a bit mopey by the tree. Like, it's like this is cool. Like, Jace, brilliant. Like, he's in a weird world, probably an apocalyptic future Mirage version. Weird shit is hunting him down. And this impacts our Jace. You know what I mean? And yes, I know Echo is a bit impacted as well. I know that, but the Echo stuff seems so superficial, and this seems so much better. It's so weird. Perhaps also because Jace is fighting for his freaking life, yeah, in this.
You think you can recreate the anomaly with...
Yep.
So you help me?
I think I probably can do that.
Tampering with the Arcane never ends well, lad.
Something also interesting that she gave him the, like, she faulted him for that when they were at the grave or the memorial. How did that go down between them? Because now they're friends, besties, but she seems to still harbor this resentment. How does that work out? Why is she not showing it normally? What happened? Like, that's something I would have been interested in. That's changing him, you know?
How could I forsake a brilliant lad in need?
Yeah, how could you? I guess Jason and Vi both got blown up. Also, what happened to Victor in that alternate timeline? Without Hextech, he's probably already dead. It's so sad to think about. Man, it's so... Man. Finally someone who gets injured by a fall, and it's not like they woke up and... Man, I love that. It's so often that people fall down chasms and just are fine. And she's like fucking broken. It's really, really well done. Wow, he's making a fire completely fucked. Oh god. Oh my god. And yeah, that's what I was wondering. What's he drinking? Apparently mug water. So it's either Victor or like perhaps even, I don't know, her himself in the future. I don't know. Someone connected to the tech they used. Like, it has to be Victor or him, you know. Oh god, what is that? What is that rot? It's the opposite of what Victor does. It's decay and not healing. So raw, man. This is so awesome. What are these fucking things, man? Nah, wow, the guild. Wow.
It's your time now, Jace.
Wow, hunted by his mistakes.
It's destroyed. Please.
Wow, he's absolutely mad, man. Yeah, he's absolutely gone mad. And now we are at the point almost where we found him in 2.6. And his hammer is already decayed. He used it to build a crutch. And now he's like Victor with a crutch. Also a nice parallel. That is awesome. And so you've become Victor. Like, a bit. You won't climb with those shitty shoes, though. Like, no. Just no. Like, I love bouldering and do it quite often. You can't climb with those shoes. Whatever. I love that he's literally, like, climbing out of this abyss and symbolizing his guilt, obviously. And it's so cool, man. Towards the light, to realign himself. But there are the colors that Jinx bombed up. I do think this is, yeah.
But if you're trying to apologize, dragging me through the...
Oh, it's probably the tree that is there in this world as well. No, it's a painting.
Where things went another way.
So did he now forget that he's from the other world? Because before he was pretty surely knowing that he just like intruded into this branched echo. Like he intrudes into this dude's mind basically. So the other world is equally as to my like just because we watched the let's call it prime world, I could also say this is the prime world, and it's like that's just relative. So he basically, if I understood correctly, the prime world echo's mind intrudes into this world's echo. So where is he? He's doing what Victor's doing, by the way. The same thing. He's intruding into another person's body, and this is probably also without consent, which is even more disturbing. What's happening here? I hope he will get like. Now, I mean, he doesn't do it voluntarily, but I hope there are consequences for doing this. And I'm so confused. Heimerdinger did talk to him as if they were both prime people, and I just again our people. Let's say our people because prime is misleading. Our people. They were talking as if they were our people and going back, and now he's as if he's their people, and it's just a dream. Was he there so long? It's confusing. Don't know.
Was the toughest person in all of Zon.
Perhaps he also. Okay, I know. So my headcanon is. No. Okay, yeah. So my headcanon is he just pretends the dream stuff to not say I'm from the parallel world. That's my headcanon now. He's just doing it to somehow tell her that. To console her.
I can't shake the feeling that that's who you're supposed to be.
Yeah, okay, I do think he's trying somehow to make her understand the other world's things without telling her he's from another. Okay. That was slow of me, I'm sorry.
Sometimes taking a leap forward means leaving a few things behind.
Always. That's always what it means. I mean, I get that he now uses powder to build the thing with Heimer together, like, but what's the point? Why do I care? I don't care. I actually don't care. I don't care what Echo's doing. Like, he's inspiring this other powder, okay, but why should I, like, it's not my powder. Like, and, like, what, like, after this episode, I suppose she's gone probably, and it's like, it's so weird, I don't know. The disconnect is so hard here with the Echo stuff. But, like, I like Echo, the way he handles it and everything, but story-wise, overall, I just don't see a point here. Like, showing me that Powder would have been good if it hadn't happened this way. Yeah, no shit. I know. Like, obviously. Without the trauma, people are different. No shit. I love the shadow thing so much. Like, I like this. Like, it's a cool idea, but it's like, yeah, what if this happens? Also implies to me he told her now. Because why else would she help him with this? I mean, I guess she helps people. But, yeah. Ooh, it's I do think it was a Mobius strip they had. It's so hard to watch this, I just don't care. That's so stupid, I'm so sorry. Like, you're probably like, yeah, fuck you, but man, I like the infinity symbol, though. I love that it's the ape. Like, it's cool little details. It's a lot of fan service, basically. It's just like member bears fan service. So they recreated it, but size doesn't matter.
So, what does it do?
Oh no. I do hope that stupid thing doesn't reverse time. Please don't reverse time. Please don't reverse time. I know he does have reverse time gimmicks, but I am so afraid they will reverse 2-6. I am so afraid they will reverse 2-6. Oh god.
Time? Huh? A time loop?
Oh no, I'm so anxious. No time loops. Please don't do time loops.
You're going back in time.
Ah, Zooks!
No. Oh no.
Too far too quickly.
So we do have time travel now. Oh god. Oh no. Like I know Echo does have time travel, you've told me. I know because you've told me that he like rewinds a piece, like, but only a short, so but please don't involve oh god, I'm so anxious. I'm so afraid they will change what happened in 2.6. Oh god, please don't do that. Please don't fucking do that. Perhaps they won't do it. Perhaps they will do something more clever. What I would do here as a writer to at least make this have any fucking consequences that I care about is him having to go back and actually making all of them follow the way they were supposed to go down. So he then has to grapple with, he paid this good universe and like, I guess Dead, Vi and Victor and potentially Jace. That was what they had as the bad stuff here, apparently. And all the other stuff seems very good, like Vendor Alive and all the stuff. So he paid that world for his world that's fucked. And he also, that's what I want him to choose. And I want to know why he does that, why he chooses it. I love that the monkeys have the faces of her childhood friends. Interesting, what's he doing? Oh my god, he just killed Heimerdinger. Oh my god. He just... Okay. I'm so fucking glad it's just 4 seconds until Heimer blows up.
Trust me.
It's so funny though. That's funny.
Please go change before the party.
Okay, so what's gonna be done at the party?
I might know how to give it a boost.
I hope you just don't explode again.
A momentary upgrade, if you will.
Oh, is he gonna ult this? I know his ultimate does make stuff stronger.
If you don't enjoy the time...
How is it hovering? Is it in a liquid? How did they... Oh my god, this is again such nerd shit. Why is it hovering when he tilts it? Like, isn't it electromagnetic? But he put it away. Do they have batteries? I don't think they do have electricity like that. They're more steampunk. It's... whatever. Doesn't matter. Just still, like... How did he even get up there? Like, how does he get from platform to platform? What? I guess they're floating a bit. So what blew up there? Did he blow up? Also, I was promised Jenna. Where is Jenna? Ooh, we've got the 3 swirly rings again. I do think it's the engineering party where they potentially get... Yeah.
This kid, big day tomorrow.
Oh, okay, it's the party before then, yeah. Okay, I mean, it's very sweet, but I'm gonna be a party pooper. That's not his... Velko? That's not his father, so to speak. His father died, and he never said that to him, so I'm gonna be a party pooper. And I'm probably gonna make you sad, because this won't change that he never said that to his real one, so to speak. Just saying you. It's very, very sad, actually. Yeah.
I have the feeling that you'll be running this place soon.
So,
I knew that we would get a Silco cameo, because it's fan service time, this episode. I'm so sorry, it's like, you know.
didn't you try to kill him?
Yeah, what happened? At least give me a line about that.
Is find the power to forgive.
That's so fan service here, like, what? Oh god, it's so fan service. So yeah, we all have Silka, there are now buddies again, because like, his face is gone. What happened? Because he still did do the shimmer shit. You know? I mean, I guess the upper people didn't go down, and the Marcus stuff didn't happen, but why would Silco stop revolting? Like, the only thing that changed him was Jinx. Everything else, like, what changed him here? It makes, like, what? What changed Silco? He had his plans to attack the top. That were his plans. They were not They were only changed by Jinx dying, like potentially like dying and getting caught. That's all that changed. Nothing else would have changed them. Why is it changed now? Why is he a changed man? We won't get to know that, I guess. I have to feed my daughter currently. Yeah, she's crying. I will be back in a moment. Okay, so how do they speak French? What? Okay, that's a bit weird. Did you not have the money to render this? What? Is this my screen fucking up? Oh, I do think my framework is dropping really hard here. But my sound is working fine. Why is my frame rate dropping? It's so weird. I just hope that's the stylistic choice that I just don't really get. Oh god, it was that choice. What? Why?
He's got lines.
Man, this is making me sick, like physically a bit. Like, it's very weird. It's almost like strobe light and I don't even have epilepsy or something. What's going on?
You give up on anything. Echo.
I mean, yes, okay. I mean, I didn't even realize he didn't give up on the Undercity. Didn't he plant the tree and stuff? What am I missing? I probably misunderstand something.
Just stay in one moment.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Leaving a few things behind.
Always, what are you talking about?
You better not.
But what does that show him? He wasn't the one that, like, he wasn't the thing that was the little distortion. That wasn't him. Something else was, like, it was, I guess it just, like, the Arcane just made it happen that the vibe got blown up. And potentially Jace. So he, like his views did not have any influence on this new world. Like, in another world, you would have still been like this. And I really don't get that, why he's now like... I mean, it wasn't his thing that this all is beautiful now. It's just like... chance. I mean... And what does he want from... Is he now like, I want to rebuild this, I want to make this a thing, but you can't. Because this is not your world.
Can we just... pretend like it's the first time?
Like it's the first time? What? Oh, they were already an item, I guess, and he remembers in the other world kissing her already. Man, this is confusing me. I know. I'm overthinking all of this, I think. Like, this feels almost emotionally manipulating me. Like, oh, look how happy he could have been if randomly I hadn't blown up. Yes, I know. Why does it matter to the story we were watching? Like, oh man, I would have loved, like, this episode in my mind should have just been Jace in this fucked up world fighting this fucked up shit. Like, that's the stuff, man. So it really is just above the clouds, and this is where. So Victor's still in there, I guess. Looks like on top of the world as well. I love that. So I guess it wasn't Victor? It was something else, because it seems to be very cool there. I guess that's from Vi? I just don't remember her wearing it. I'm sorry.
This is a big upgrade. Just a moment.
Yeah, I do think he ulted that. It's so funny. I loved it. Why would he stay here? Like, what's the fucking reason he wouldn't stay here? Like, don't get me wrong. I know he doesn't know that everything just went to absolute shit. He doesn't know that. But why would he not stay here? This is a powder that is healthy, and the other powder will never be with him, like the Jinx. She won't be with him because she's broken. And does she love that about her powder? Like, because he kissed this one, like... Why doesn't he stay here? I know that probably you're like probably about he needs to go back to our jinx and be in a sad world, have a sad life. Why? Like, just stay here. Why are you even doing all that stuff? Just like, this is the, like, he even literally almost said, like, this is the world I always wanted to stay. What is he doing? Like, he kissed her. He seems to have feelings for her. Just because of some wrong sense of duty? Because of the guilt that he brought them there? Because he now realized he also, in part...
Where it all started, isn't it?
Because he now thinks that he also started by telling them where it is. But yeah, I mean, fine. But he now basically, so even if he tells them where the Hextech crystals are, it could have been good. So his decision is like, okay, whatever. Let's get into some Victor stuff. So Victor's, yeah.
Because of Hextech.
Why? Why would you assume that? I don't get why he assumes that. It's very bloomy here. Nowhere else it's bloomy.
Why did you ever give me this?
Well, like, why would you assume that? It's bloomy. Like, it's the only good place. This might be the only place that's still warding off the shittery. I know it has the cocoon shapes a bit, but how could he conclude this? Like, I would have needed more on his story here. Like,
why?
I really need a reveal for this dude now. Like,
Just tell me there's a chance.
So he doesn't really know that it's Victor. He just assumes it. Because this all looks pretty fine.
Co-opting her space like this.
And why doesn't Heimer stay? Why are they going now? I don't know. What's drawing them back? What is drawing them back to the other world now? I don't get that. Please explain it to me. I'm probably so stupid. You're probably all like, you fucking dumb shit. Of course, this is why they want to go back. But this is all they ever wanted. And in the other world, everyone's broken, but not because of them. Like... I mean, I guess you could say at least make the bad world a bit better, but why not make the good world even better and whatever. Okay, I do think it's Victor because... I guess that's Victor. Is it? Oh no, it's him. That is him. That has to be him, because why else would he have that hammer, correct? I really don't get the Jace part. Perhaps I paused too much, I have to say. Probably on me.
Truly lived.
What?
Oh, is he gonna sacrifice himself? Is he sacrificing himself? Man, if I was her, I would feel so betrayed. It's like, because this echo that is pissing off is also her echo. He's taking the body of some other person with him here. Who is that corpse? It can't be Victor. Can't be Victor. Because Victor never had the hammer, I guess. So I guess Heimerdinger got ported into Oblivion? I don't know. Is it even worse? Did he kill the echo of this universe? Did he just kill the echo of this universe? I'm glad he left the body at least behind. Like, I just wonder where Heimer went. I don't think he's dead. Like, that was Heimer's death moment. Like, that was so ambiguous. Okay, at least he's alive. Oh, she still does have the other. That's so, like, what? Okay, I don't know who Juliet is, and if she did pass away, yeah, I'm sorry for that. I'm very sorry for that. Oh, okay. Okay, that was an episode, I guess. Man, oh god. Not gonna lie, that was the first one where I'm like, why? Why? You know, I do think I need to elaborate some things I said as well, because like I do think, in principle, the idea of a parallel world where you see some member berries and some cool fanficky stuff, like that can be very satisfying and cool. There were just two problems I had with it here, why it didn't work for me. Other than it, there were some really emotional manipulation things in the Echo storyline where I was like, yeah, you just want me to like feel for parallel world X and Y, and I get it. Like, perhaps if I wasn't such a stuck-up asshole, I would have cared. But I was just like, what's the point to Echo here? Echo wanted to go back, and then he did. And Heimerdinger was sacrificed, I guess, or teleported away. Like, that was ambiguous, you know? And like, that was what happened. He wanted to go back and he went back. I do think he learned a lesson. I didn't get the lesson. What was his lesson? There can be beauty in the future. He could have learned that in 5 minutes. Like, this whole Echo part of this episode could have been just 5 minutes, and we would have gotten basically the same thing. One moment, my daughter's crying again. I guess she's having a nightmare. I will be back in a moment. Yeah, so sorry. So in principle, I don't have anything against the whole thing. Like, I'm not against it. Like, but I do think the Jace and Echo parts should have been reversed, because Echo could have had like, or perhaps like 10 minutes of the Echo stuff. He learned the one lesson he learned a bit more clearly. I guess it was, hey, there can be happiness, be a bit happier. That was, I think, his lesson, and then he went back. And the Jace stuff was so underdeveloped, I felt. Like, he climbed a mountain, he saw this deranged world and ran away from weird things. I guess they were supposed to be the remnants of the community, but and then the statue on top was, what was the statue on top? I mean, I think it was Victor, but he had the mace that Jace had, so it might have been Jace trying to stop it and failing. Like, how does he get this hate from this world? Like, why does he think killing Victor will do this better? Like, I have to headcanon that he knows this was Victor's doing. He has to know that the only way to stop it is to stop Victor. He couldn't have talked about it with him. Like, he has to have known that wouldn't work. Like, you know what? I would have done it. I know, you can tell me if you think it's shit. I would have done the Echo stuff in like 10 minutes, and I would have had Jace go the almost whole episode through this fucking weird bizarro world, and like amalgamations, like out of these weird fucking creatures there come like zombified contorted versions of Victor, of Sky, and of people he knows and loves that were all absorbed by the community in the end, and we were like challenging him, were both verbally as well as physically. Like, for example, you would have had Heimerdinger zombie, perhaps. Or perhaps that doesn't make that much sense, but you might have had a zombie version of himself that like challenges him in his ideals. Victor's zombie version, like hunting him because, like, not zombie, you know, like this bizarro version that is like, yeah, but you wanted to save me, isn't this your fault? And then you would have had Caitlin, who was like, I trusted you, I loved you even, and you know, and he's having to contend with that and climb through to the top, and there he finally finds the hammer and this weird ghost man mage that is either Victor or him, because only those two know the runes. Like, then finally he has this realization of, I have to stop this, and I did wrong with doing all the Hextech stuff. I would have done it like that. And I'm gonna be honest, that was not a good episode to me. It wasn't. It felt so off and weird. I like the idea in principle. And as I said, and also something, again, we had so many, that is really exaggerating. We had some things I felt that were underdeveloped in the episodes 1 to 6. And we had about 20 minutes of filler, like of mundane, unnecessary content for the story. That was more memberberry. Hey, look at how emotional we can make you feel if you buy into the parallel world thing. You know, that was like, anyway. Let's see what happens now. So, at least Echo left the body behind. I'm very glad he did that, because I was so afraid he was gonna steal the body as well. Like, they would have been so fricked. So we do have a convergence point. Let's see where it goes. Tell me your opinions on this one. I'm so interested in this. Was this divisive or not? Did everyone love this? And am I just like in the minority here that was writing wise, that was weird, really weird, and very, in parts, fan fiction yet emotionally manipulative? I don't know. Anyway, I hope you still sound like the reaction, even though you might have thought I was an asshole today. And if you thought that, that's fine. Like, I might disagree and I might have bad takes, So anyway, hope you are still well, whatever you think, and that you had a lot of fun with this episode. And don't forget to like and subscribe anyway. And I will see you around in the next one. Bye.